He's not going to try to sell you something that you don't want. The way instructions and information is passed down is straight and to the point.
Many stores that I walk into, I don't get taken care of because I'm alone as a woman. And when I went into Rob's place, he came right to me and talked with me as an individual, regardless of being a woman.
My name is Rob Pizzi. I am the president and founder of Central Connecticut Arms in Portland, Connecticut. I joined the military when I was 17 years old, believe it or not. I had to get parental consent to join. After I got out of the military, I was actually accepted for a local police department. I was waiting for the academy to start. Had a couple of months of accrued leave saved up and was kind of kicking around doing nothing. I saw a job opportunity that came up in the local paper for sales. I jumped on it, figured I had a couple of months to kill, and that was it. It just hooked me in. I just enjoyed sales so much that I never looked back. We started off with a retail establishment of about 1,000 square feet. It's really a customer-driven business. We really put the wants and needs of the customer first, and I think that's helped us grow rather rapidly at this point, and we've outgrown our current location. We're getting ready to build a brand new facility, totally inclusive destination style. There's nothing like it in the area, definitely in the state, probably the tri-state area. It's going to be over 30,000 square feet. We're going to have a 100-yard indoor rifle range that's rated up to 50 BMG, in addition to another 15 lanes. A full archery pro shop. Archery lanes out to 40 yards. There's nothing like that around now. Most archery ranges are 20 yards. And by adding the axe throwing and another revenue stream for that, I think it's going to bring more people there and hopefully get them interested in the shooting sports. One of the things that my customers have joked with me, saying that at the new location, I hope you're still going to be accessible. They still want to meet me. They still want to see me. It's going to be challenging, no doubt, to be there all the time and meet everybody, but that's really my goal, is to be involved still as an owner-operator. I'm there every day working the sales counter, meeting people, shaking hands, handing out business cards and answering questions, because that's truly what I love to do. I love to talk to people, I love to meet people, and I love sales.
I had wanted to get my permit for many years and wasn't quite sure how to go about doing that. I knew about another gun store up the road, but had heard mixed stuff about them. So when Rob opened his store, I drove by it every day. So I finally stopped in and asked him about it. He's always been there, helpful, always been warm. And even to the point I walk in the store now, he's sitting in the back room there watching the cameras. And I get from the back room, "Hi, Carolyn," and I'm walking in the front door.
Well, the media narrative pushes gun owners as a bunch of toothless rednecks who cling onto our guns and our Bibles, kind of. It really can't be any further from the truth. I see little old ladies, I see doctors, I see lawyers, I see house moms, I see military, we do law enforcement. They come from everywhere, and they are everywhere.
I know there are a lot of women that have guns. There's a lot of older women. I am a grandmother. Not all gun owners and people who shoot guns are men, and not all of them are white either.
We do all different types of training at the store. We do everything from basic and long gun classes for people to obtain their permits. We stress advanced training after that and continued training. We think that's a really important part of responsible gun ownership. Gun safety is of paramount importance. Unlike it's portrayed in the media, every responsible gun owner that I know, biggest fear is having an accident with the firearm. Not only is it a tragic event, but it also puts us in a bad light, and it helps feed that narrative that people pursue or push online.
Anybody that has a firearm for self-defense should probably get some kind of training. In Connecticut, we have that. You have to take the basic pistol permit class. It's really just a class about safety, how to safely pick up a gun, not hurt yourself or somebody else by mistake. Beyond that, if you're gonna have a gun for self-defense, you need to go practice, and you should seek out training. People will go out and they'll spend thousands of dollars on something, and then they'll be, "Oh, look at that class, it's $300 or it's $250 for 2 days or 3 days or a day of training, and then I have to buy a couple $100 in ammo. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that." But yet their life could be on the line, and that training could save their life. When the time comes, if you don't train, you don't know what your response is going to be or how you are going to perform.
It seems like there's a lot to learn, that it's kind of overwhelming. And so you just learn little bits at a time, and you ask the questions, and if you ask them over and over again, because I do, I ask the same ones over and over again, they come up and they help you, and you can ask any question you want. It's not an intimidating place at all.
I saw that it was a veteran-owned business. They are friendly, they are very knowledgeable, and especially for veterans that want to brush up on their skill set, it's second to none. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
Rob has a discount program for not only law enforcement, but first responders and veterans and active military. They come in, and most of us are veterans in the store. We're all about it at the store. Rob has a wall of heroes, which is patches from all over the country. Glock has a program called their Blue Label program. and it's for veterans, active military, first responders, and armed security guards. Rob is one of the biggest Blue Label dealers in the state. The program is a reduced pricing by Glock through to distributors to certain gun stores. Not every store can do it.
I believe that based on the current trends that are going on right now, I think that it's only going to get busier. I think that once the supply can meet the demand, all-time sales records will be shattered again, not only in firearms, but in ammunition and in training. I think right now the most trending firearm that we're selling, it's twofold. The first one is small carry guns that people carry for protection. And the second one is home defense firearms, be it a shotgun or a larger firearm that maybe can house a weapon light or something along that line. I think it's the whole narrative that's being pushed. I think people are really starting to realize that they may very well be their own first responder.
With the assault weapons ban that they enacted, it restricts average citizens, not military and not law enforcement, from certain guns. You know, just an everyday citizen wants to protect themselves with a better weapon system than a handgun. They can't go in and just buy a better weapon that is more conducive to self-defense. They have to sit there and they have to get a watered down version of something. The other thing is they can't go in and buy magazines over 10 rounds. Think about it. If you look at most of the crime stats from criminals being arrested with firearms, you'll see that they don't comply with the law. That puts you at a disadvantage as a law-abiding citizen. What have you done? What crimes have you committed to show that you should be restricted from having something like that? When it comes to the firearms that like law enforcement, military are allowed to buy in the state, but civilians can't buy, there are firearms that fall within the law by modifying certain features on the weapon to make it Connecticut legal. Connecticut legal AR-15s, Connecticut legal AKs and things like that. We do it in the store. We build them so people can have the weapon system that would better help them defend themselves.
A few years back, probably 8 years or so, somewhere I just posted the Pledge of Allegiance on my social media account. And every day for the past probably 8 years, I've done that on my personal page. And now since I've had the business, I've been doing it on the business page religiously, nonstop, every day for years. America to me is everything. Being a veteran, like the other veterans out there, we all wrote that check payable to the United States up to and including our life. That check never expires, in my opinion. I love my country. I would die for my country. And America is the greatest country on the planet because it gives us the opportunity to live our dream.